I get asked all the time, what's the best type of Google Ads lead generation campaign? And that's what this video is all about tonight. You know, there's so many different opinions out there, and you hear so many quote unquote experts, right, talking about the best ways to be able to generate leads. And, you know, in my experience, lead generation that is what we do. It is the heart of any campaign. And there really is a very simple and straightforward source. If you look at the masses of every single company that is scaled, it is using a certain process and a certain type of lead gen. And that's what I'm going to be talking about today. And I'm going to show you exactly how to be able to identify your lead generation and how to be able to do it well. So as I get started here today, I'm going to talk about the three really, in my opinion, are the major lead sources. And they really are Facebook ads, LinkedIn ads, and Google ads. And those really are the big three. Everything comes from them. If you look at any lead source out there, I don't care who they are. You talk about Yelp, you talk about Home Advisor, you talk about any major company, you boil down their source and their leads come from Google Ads. Google Ads, it's because it is intent searches. People are actually looking and they're typing in their keyboard and they're going to buy that product or that service. And so to me, this right here is the granddaddy of all of them. Now, when you get into LinkedIn ads are great. And honestly, they're probably one of the least used or used well lead sources. But if you're in business to business, you know, you are able to really take, for example, that person in that role that you want to speak to, if it's a, head of sales, director of marketing, CEO, and you're able to find them and you can really craft some really great campaigns there as well too. Facebook ads, I see Facebook ads are very, very, very expensive. But look, let me tell you my personal opinion. Facebook ads is interruption advertising. You are dependent on stopping them in their tracks. They are not there to buy. Nobody goes to Facebook or Instagram to buy. They go there to connect with their friends. You are an interruption. And so you have to really be very cognizant of having an interruption pattern to break them away from that, to bring them into you. And so does it work? Yeah, it works really good. But what I see to be what we have far greater success in is we will use targeted traffic at the top of the funnel right here. And this is, to me, it is the hottest source around. And because top of the funnel is Google Ads, I would rather start and fill a funnel with people who are already going to their keyboard and they're typing for that product or that service. Once they come in there, look, the average website has a 3 to 5% conversion rate, which means 95% of people are checking you out. But they typed in there and they're looking, right? And so what we do is we use these two here as retargeting sources. I would rather put my money into getting from the source from people that are targeted, and then I would rather retarget them inside of here. Why? Because it costs pennies. You literally can run campaigns for pennies. I mean, super, super cheap. You could do $1 a day campaigns inside of Facebook, and they will produce extremely well, because remember, they're warm leads that have already come to your business. They've already kind of seen you and checked you out, and now you're retargeting them inside of Facebook. So instead of spending tens of thousands of dollars, which you can do very quickly in Facebook, you're literally paying pennies to be able to bring them back. And the conversion rates are sometimes anywhere between 600% to about 1,000%. So 6 to 10 times more effective on a retargeting, because they're seeing you a second time, because they know you, like you, and trust you. So that's really our secret sauce that we use, and it works extremely well every day in our agency. Is we go right to the source, gather them here, but we don't just retarget willy-nilly. Don't do that. Look, what you want to do is you want to turn around and use, test, the type of ads that you're going to be using, whether they be video, whether they be regular ads. Now you want to really pay attention to your analytics and watch your analytics. Inside of your analytics, you need to build a scoring model. This is the key, folks. If there's one thing that you take away from this today is scoring, scoring, scoring. We have this scoring worksheet that we use. And so not all visitors are the same. There's some that'll come and bounce within 10 seconds or less. Let them go by. What we do is we have 3 categories we score in. Number 1 is time on page. We categorize them, and for every minute they're on the page, there's a different score that they get. We measure consumptions of videos, how much video that they're watching on the page. Number 3 is time on page. So, I just said that a moment ago. And then how many pages that they're actually scrolling through. And another metrics that we do is people that have scrolled 75%. What you do is when you measure all of those and you put them into a score, now you can actually, without having to do any guesswork, the analytics systems tells you these are cold leads, these are lukewarm leads, these are hot leads right here. And these right here, this here is super, super, super hot. They watched video on your website. They stayed on your website for more than 4.5 minutes. They've consumed 4 pages, 5 pages, on your website. They've scrolled all the way down. They are interested people, and they haven't contacted you, because we know from the thank you page that they haven't contacted you. That's really important, right? You don't want to retarget someone who's already become a customer. You want to target the super hot leads and then the hot leads. Now, when you turn around and you retarget here, Facebook ads, use video. Video is a really great way to be able to do a follow-up there. Use LinkedIn. They'll be like, oh my gosh, I was just on their website yesterday. Here they are in my LinkedIn. They're going to see you here on their phone in Facebook and in Google Ads. And what do you mean? People will say, what do you mean retargeting Google Ads? Yes. What you do is you retarget with display ads. So everywhere that they go, you're able to follow them around. Gmail is one of the least used but most powerful ways to be able to get your display, banner ads in front of people. And then YouTube is owned by Google. And so now they start seeing your videos inside of YouTube. All of this gives you this massive presence, and it works extremely well. And so that's how Google Ads lead generation campaigns really work very, very well. I hope that this information has been really helpful for you. And if you have any questions, comment below. Shoot me a question. I'd love to answer them directly. And what I'd like you to do is, if you got value out of this, like it, and then hit this button above here, the subscribe button, so then that way you can be alerted of new videos that are coming out in the future. Goodbye for now.